Testing, testing. Just double check. Alrighty then. Okay, okay, it's working. Alright. Hello everybody. What's my stupid pen? Yeah. I should have probably checked just in case if it's still working. Yep. Stupid thing. Ready? What was it? Alright. Alright. Hello, Celine. How's it going? Anyway, I'm gonna just move this over here. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be drawing some stuff for the video I be wanting to make. Basically, during this you can just ask questions about anything, I guess. Not literally, but you know. Anyways, gonna be doing a scene where I'll show you the line soon enough. I should probably put that line in, so such. But yeah, I'm gonna be using these as reference. Wonderful references. Beautiful art. I made these. Made these references myself. Makoto, why are you like this? What's up with your eyes? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I'm probably gonna try and make a similar like. Should probably actually find. It was not as rare as I thought. Just in case, I'm just gonna give me a second to just look up. I want things to be accurate in my video somewhat, not completely, but you know. I just realized the Gmod map doesn't have the red curtains. I feel like there was something missing, but I didn't think to just check myself. I'm sure it's like around, like, yeah, it should have been. Whatever, I can just always add that in myself. No biggie. I'm not gonna piss my pants. Anyway, so yeah, I should probably put in the line real quick, so you can get an idea. Yeah, Gmod. Anyways, let me just. Why did I not leave it open? I just realized I don't know why I turned off the tab, so I can just copy and paste it to somewhere. Anyway, I'm just gonna. No, no, stupid. I pressed the open button. Right. Anyways, let me just find the documents. Well, that loads, I guess. Ah, there you go. Alright. So we put in the line real quick. Which the line that I'm going to be making the scene for, essentially, like, the arts. What I'm drawing, what the line will be, this scene will appear in, essentially. There's going to be a lot of cut jokes, I guess, because a lot of them, the earlier ones were, like, a lot more mean-spirited, essentially. Like, a lot of, like, the newer, so this is basically videos like, wait, is that my, what? Oh, okay. So, just something weird with my profile picture, that's all. It's probably because of the dark mode, I don't know why it's inverted the colors. I was thinking, like, who's this white looking bald thing? I will show you an image, but anyway, I should probably find that. Where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. So anyways, I'm just gonna put this somewhere so that way you get an idea of like what the scene would probably play out or something. Let's play out. What the line would be. Well, what I or someone else I guess would be saying. I'm not sure at the moment. I might still just do the lines myself. I think I have a pretty good voice. As words literally fly past your dumb head, you will find that the best way to influence the trial is by putting everyone at gunpoint. I think that's a pretty funny line. Whoops, too long. Anyway, I don't think that matters too much anyways. Just gonna... Did I put that in the reference? Or... Let me just, Nope. Alright. But yeah, that's pretty much the line, essentially, that I'm gonna be, making this for. Oh. Okay, that's how it works. Because that's why I have to... It's a little accurate. He's probably not gonna be like... Well, I might actually do that, like, the dumb for... The dumb eyes thing. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do exactly, but... Anyway, let me just go start with a sketch or something, because, I haven't actually do this kind of thing, but maybe it might work out. But yeah, it will just have some... Thinking like, some of the words go past the head, but, like maybe what metaphorically go one into one ear and then out the other kind of thing. And then, like in the first part, as words literally fly past your dumb head, you find that the best way to influence a trial and then is by putting everyone at gunpoint, around like the everyone at gunpoint, he'll be taking out a gun. And, probably have other people, like react, I guess. I'm sure I'll have to come out around to that eventually, but for now, I'm gonna at least focus on I'm a coder. Anyway, alright. How am I gonna do this though? I'm trying to figure that part out. I mean, there's nothing wrong with just going, just gonna make a copy and paste. You know, it's like reference essentially. I'll change things up as okay. Nope, that's not how I want things to be done. Just gonna put that in a pretty low opacity, I guess. And then as words fly past your dumb head. We'll just use this as a small reference bit. Anyways, drop frames. That's nice. Thank you. I can think but I think this will work as a reference. As words fly past. Honestly, it's a pretty good line. Anyway, I'm gonna just start sketching a bit, like copy and paste. Uh, oh wait, right. Should probably do it here. Okay, that's better. Oh, why am I using that color? Okay, hold on. Stupid YouTube's so slow. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna try continue anyways. First I have to figure out like which one I should be using. Thank you for the gold, kind stranger. As words fly past your dumb head. I can probably share a few other lines too, but I'm not going to show all of it because I do kind of want to at least save some of the surprises for later on, but yeah. Okay, it's still working. Okay, yeah. Just double checking on the at least. Okay, yeah, it's still working better. I just go straight to just drawing the whole thing. But I think it's, trying to see if I can experiment with sketching first. Because, usually I just kind of just like, with a lot of my artworks, I don't have like do a sketch beforehand. But I think for this I might going to because, just to make things a little more accurate. More, give myself a better idea of how it would look. So I'm sure maybe I'm not gonna worry too much about being accurate 200, 300, but words. Words, you know what, I'm just gonna stick with my usual brush. This is the brush I specifically use for Critter. I'm gonna make sure it looks better than the current artwork I use on the thumbnail. That's like the fully complete artworks, and that's like from sometime last year. Even by my standards, I'm pretty sure I've made better. Even during that time, I'm pretty sure I made better artwork for other stuff like look at my Project Eden's Garden and Raincoat thumbnails. I think those are the best ones so far, and I'm sure I'm probably gonna outdo it soon, anyways. Anyway, you can pretty much Makuru the egghead. Should I do a bit about the egghead? Anyway, I'm just gonna. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm just lost about how I'm gonna do sketching because I never actually done sketching. Just go straight to draw to the bit. You know what? Maybe I think I'll just do it with this brush. It should be fine. You'll give me an idea. Just though it's a little too thick. Okay, hold on. Why did I think about this earlier? adjusting the brush size. Who could have thought that was a thing? Look at the egghead. Yeah. Tell him, egg boy. Unfortunately, that's not going to be a joke in the thing because I can exactly think of a good joke for it. Exactly, I don't want to just say. You can also feel free to spice up the conversation with just asking me stuff. I guess. Gotta make it less transparent. Man, I think Project Eden's Guns Chapter 3 would have definitely broken me. Because, I wasn't expecting those two characters to be on, were planned to be on the chopping board in the same chapter. I keep going about, trying to perfect my lines, but then I remember I'm just sketching now. I wonder if this will actually make things look better. I'm not gonna worry too much about it being super perfect. Because, I'm gonna be making a lot of unique artworks for it. How do you feel about the beginning of Raincoat? Yeah, this seems interesting so far. I do think it kind of hurts because, I kind of took a long time to just complete that first chapter, but I'm sure, it seemed like it seemed like it has potential to, grow on me with how the structure goes at the moment with going through the mystery labyrinth. Back when it was announced, I was kind of coming up with like my own game story based on that concept for years when it was like announced. I wasn't, and I still have that story. Still working on it. Still mostly based on that initial idea of like similar like dungeon crawler, but so far I'm not sure. I'm not going to draw any inspiration from it directly for my own murder mystery game. Like I guess the one thing I'm copying is mostly because it's inspired by Danganronpa itself, which is the comic making thing. Honestly, I wasn't expecting the Mr. Labyrinth to be so similar to the structurally to the Danganronpa games, because of the whole. But I think I kind of should have expected that, but at the same time, I was thinking like, it was a pretty cool concept. Hmm. I think I might adjust the design or the deviate from the reference just to make it pop maybe we'll see how that goes. But anyways, what was I saying? But yeah, I do have my own idea for it to make it similar-ish but not exactly like the what is it called, the comic panel making thing, climax reasoning, or I guess in the Raincoat game de deduction denouncement, was it? I Anyway, yeah, I do plan to actually, go through the whole game now that I can see that my computer can actually run it well enough. So it's like, So I'll probably try continue it like sometime soon. Probably this week or next week, depending on how I feel. And on top of that, I do like have my own ideas for like like the story. I'm sure it's not. I hope it's not gonna be somehow copying what it did, but I'm sure so at least be has a lot of unique factors in it, its own like identity and such in the story. Oh, hold on, disconnected. Is it still? What happens if I? Oh, whatever. Okay. Why is it? Is OBS still running? It is. Why is it this website specifically? Okay, whatever. What's up with YouTube Studios? Oh, whatever. Hello, creative dummy. Yes, the egg boy. In case you're unaware of like what I'm doing, I'm just gonna just repeat myself. Did I even say what I'm making? No, I probably didn't. But anyways, I'm making this video like kind of basically literally just based on Joel Apocalypse. So this is basically series, which have been so the creator doesn't mind other people making the stuff, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't like Danganronpa enough to just make it. Have you seen his video? Yeah, hello. So I don't think that video will come out of him anytime soon, so why not I do it? Yeah, see, I enjoy writing it so far, and I do have a couple good lines. The scene will be for this specific line. As the words literally fly past your dumb head, you'll find that the best way to influence the trial is by putting everyone at gunpoint. And, I think that was pretty funny idea. Yeah, I'm just gonna just copying my Gmod reference at the moment. I probably will deviate from this more. Trying to get back from the flow. Like I honestly been through like a art block, like kind of just been super busy and stuff, and only like recently made a few artworks. This is a so it's been a while since I last done like well not a while now, but it's been a while since the took me a while to get back into the groove of just drawing in general. I hope this video does come out before Danganronpa 2x2 comes out. Maybe when if it is still not out by the time I finish this, I'll probably release the video when the game comes out. just like leave it be until the game itself comes out. That does seem unlikely, but if I just continue trying to make the artwork all the artworks each day, then maybe it will actually come out. Be finished before then. What do I struggle the most when drawing artwork? Hmm. Let me think for a bit. I what do I? Perspective. I think that's a pretty common enough answer, but I've been trying to learn it more and more. I guess that's one thing, but I would be have been trying to learn how to do that. I guess it's kind of like, admittedly, just I kind of do prefer like drawing traditionally, to be honest, even to this day. Like I always think like it looks better, but I kind of see the benefit of having, well, digital digital artwork stuff. Essentially, there's a lot of, oh yeah, proportions. That can be a struggle, but it's not as much for me, honestly. Perspective, it does get annoying though. Still, yeah, true. I guess that's why having references is can be kind of important. I will try to figure out how I can. No, hold on a second. Actually, that's not too bad. Actually, I mean, shouldn't be too surprising to help accurately determine the pose. Yeah, I'm pressing Alt Control Alt Z. For me, it's yeah. I guess that can also. No, I don't think I have that much of a problem actually. Yeah, like if you see my artworks, they're pretty flawed, honestly. But I just always enjoy making those ones. You know, I should probably show you a few other of the other artworks I have also done. But I kind of just, but first I do want to make some progress on this. I'm just sketching things out so I have a good idea of how it may look. Not 100% accurate. Me, yeah. Some people say that having experience with traditional drawing helps on digital. Yeah, true, actually. I would like to just, I'm not sure if it's feasible for me to, like, I kind of want to make like my own animated series and just use traditional drawings, but it does seem like a daunting task, actually. Like, drawing, sure, but animating is a whole feasible, a much bigger task because of how much paper you have to manage. Having to make things consistent is like 10 times more difficult. Yeah, I guess it kind of depends. I'll probably figure things out as I go along. I like making stories and such. I keep. Not worried. But in a way, it's kind of like, like how I think like traditional like has like a much more organic look to it compared to like digital. Like I think a good example would be the Cuphead and the mouse for PI, PI higher, mouse for. Let me double check. Mouse for PI, mouse for higher, high. Mouse PI for higher. Yeah, that one. Like you know, like with that new game that came out, it looked too smooth for me. Like doesn't come as natural to my eyes, in my opinion. Not that I'm saying it's a bad thing necessarily, but it just doesn't really appeal to me compared to Cuphead. Well, I'm fucking stupid. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, sorry for swearing. This is another family-friendly channel. Yeah, it can be kind of hell. I used to like try and make some animated stuff all the way back in like 2020. You can actually even further back actually, but I never actually uploaded those on YouTube. And I think I removed a few of some of those videos as well. Not that I think it's actually worth bringing back because they're like stickman animations, but they barely even feel like stickman animations. They still are, but I could probably put them back anytime, I guess. Or repackage them, but I don't think currently have the files for it because my extension drive bloody broke. Like, can you imagine now your bloody thing broke? It's so silly. Oh yeah, you saw some. Yeah, yeah, from my channel. Yeah. That being said, having you know what the kind of thing like to do is like like what I want to do with personally just like make some stories. Like some of them, it depends on like the kind of medium. Like I don't really like have like want to make games or shows. I want to make stories specifically for what kind of media. It depends on like kind of stories I want to tell. Like I'm trying to figure like a good art style that I can easily do myself for the kind of things I do as well that would hold on. I'm not good. I'm just saying stuff before I even saying stuff at the moment without thinking. I should probably put in some music or something. I don't know. I'll see if I can just put some royalty-free ambient or something. The silence is getting to me. I have a lot of tabs open. Like honestly, a lot of the longest the thing that I've been working on the longest story-wise is a murder mystery game, kind of inspired by the Raincoat game, but by the same creators of Danganronpa. But I didn't actually finish the game. Haven't finished the game yet. I'm gonna continue it. I only finished the prologue, honestly. But it's kind of like just based on like the teaser trailer when it first dropped, essentially. Alright, it's royalty free. Okay, I have to scroll down. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna be too loud, maybe. Hopefully. It'll just be extra quiet, and this is stupid ads. Because the ad just goes from, just goes from volume 10 to 2000, because why not? Because why not? Anyways, let me just get back to this. This is my first time doing, I'm actually surprised this is my first time doing like a drawing art kind of live stream. Hmm. What is that? I think it's a walrus. I don't know. I'm not I'm not super. Do I need glasses or something? I can't. I'm stupid. I think it's probably a walrus. What is it? I'm losing my mind. This is definitely something I need to work on this year as well, on top of this one thing. Talking about art-wise, obviously there's other things in my life going on. But in on the topic of art, essentially, I need to finish off the epithet. Some people may like watching you stream while you draw. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll probably like try to do more of that. Maybe just for like other types of artworks I like to do. Or hmm, what am I thinking about again? My mind can be a little funny. But yeah, I have noticed that kind of thing really, because I've watched this one guy work on his indie animated project called Casandera Complex. It's pretty cool. I supported that thing for a decent amount of money, shall I say? So don't be surprised to see vivid details in that series' uh credits scene. Or my real name, I can't remember what exactly I put it in. Probably both actually. Anyway, oh yeah, I did go off topic of something. Like, I have to finish off a Epithet Race reanimated thing. I used to do a few of them, like, you've seen a few of them in, like, channel. Wait, why is the music not going? Anyway, let me know if the music's too loud compared to my voice. Or if you don't want music. Makoto, why are you making that dumb eyes thing, Makoto? Why? Anyways, This is pretty nice, actually. Yeah, it is. Oh, see, I just clicked on the first thing I just randomly threw in that I found. First results. Huh? Okay, that's weird. Well, never mind. Hmm. Hold on a second. It just suddenly stopped because it ran out. I don't know, just buffering. Oh, damn. Yeah, okay, this usually happens for like longer videos on my computer. That's probably not a good sign, either way. Whoops. Well, unfortunately, it's up after a minute. I do wonder if I could, actually have soundtrack for, another thing. I'm not sure if it's allowed, but at the same time, even though I'll put another one, I'm just going, I just have some stuff on my Steam. So, it's from, this, another military street game called Taiwan Chabert, Turning Up the Arcade. Just gonna put that on play. Alright, how can I control the volume? Oh, here we go. Alright, yeah. Okay, I'll stick with this one. Since, it's probably not gonna bluffer like before. Anyways, let's get back to it. Just gonna add some more opacity for the time being because I can't see enough. Actually, I think I may have to adjust some things here because it looks funny. I'm sure I'm not gonna get copyright for this one, I don't think. I'm sure they played other... I'm pretty sure it's like an indie project anyways. Well, I do recommend the game anyways. It's pretty good. It's like, Ace Attorney but with magic. Magic. I got into this franchise because of Among Us. Magic missile! Yee! That was so stupid. I'm not caring too much about the consistency of the model. Because from a Gmail, I don't know why I was trying to be so accurate before. Actually, I kind of want to see how it looks without reference. Can you guys even hear the music? Wait, I'll try to remember doing that. Oh, OBS reconnection. Okay. I didn't even realize it disconnected. Trainee, one second. Oh yeah. Yeah, fair. That that's fair. Yeah, sometimes music just sounds good. Like I never. The only Sonic game I play aside from like the classic games, I guess, would be Sonic and the Secret Ring. But I know a lot of good songs from that franchise, to be honest, because they sometimes just randomly stumble upon those. Anyway, I'm not gonna like make things too accurate, just enough so I can get an idea of how it would look. I'm not sure how exactly how I want it to look exactly. I'm just mostly just copying things down from my reference, so I get a general idea of the proportions. I'm not sure if I'm just repeating myself, because I don't usually do these kind of things. Just gonna have it end here, I guess. I guess I could kind of start on making a bit of maybe the trial thing. Maybe the bench first. Hold on a second. What was I thinking about? I was thinking about something. I guess, yeah, one thing I would like to make at some point. But this is probably something I'll never get to do, unfortunately, so I may as well say it, I guess. Like, you know, if I get to run like a 10 season long show, I'll have like an established character for like 7 seasons and then just kill them off in the middle of season 7, just because I can. That would be the funniest thing I would be able wish I could do. I also ignore this thing here. That I guess I'll do. I guess one thing that kind of inspired me, like that kind of thing that I would have liked to do that kind of thing, is like kind of inspired by me watching Ruby. I actually had this theory at one point where I thought Ruby would die in volume 8, in like around the end, like because of the whole like hound thing. But that didn't happen. Which, you know, I guess in retrospect wouldn't really fit with the show's vibe, I guess. But it would be something I would do, honestly. Just because in my opinion, if it's a story I'm making, no character is safe. Just like, I guess just like in Danganronpa, I guess. Or I guess in... You could be the next victim. You, the audience, could be the next person to die in my show. This is... wait, that's literally... isn't that just literally V3? Now I'm just copying V3, oh no! I'm a fraud, guys. Maybe I shouldn't be making stories. Oh, you didn't. Okay, now I think I. Alright. Maybe I'll just continue on with making the rest of the benches. I just realized the ball is clipping. To be honest, that's my fault. I do wonder. I'm sure I'm not the. I doubt I'm the only person who thought to kill the protagonist in the middle of a show. I'm sure I'm not the only person who could have done that and probably have done it, and probably not going to be would not be the first person to just do that kind of thing. But I would still try to do my own take on it regardless. It's because, you know, since I haven't seen it yet, maybe I've not looked hard enough, I guess. But then again, the thing I'm asking for is like something that seems like very rare circumstances that if this was like a TV show by executives, I'm pretty sure would be a very difficult thing to ask for to do. Like, hey, can I just kill the main character of the show? And imagine pitching that to the executives who makes money out of your show, and then you suddenly just recommend such an idea. In all fairness, they did kind of do that kind of thing with that Transformer movie where they just kill off all the main characters just so they can. But then again, I think that's just because they inserted in like a bunch of new characters to turn into toys. So it's kind of like a dependent thing. Depends on whenever you can make something profitable. Money, money, money. Guys, I love money. I'm gonna eat them all. We should probably start eating billionaires. I wonder how they would taste. I guess feel free to ask me about anything, just to if you feel like asking me about my opinions on something like a show. There's no guarantee I have an answer for everything, obviously. But I'll probably, check it out if it interests me. Same with games, I guess. Like, I'm not gonna be around the bush, but I'll admit I can be a little, picky with life in, like, kind of stuff I can see. We're all a little picky, aren't we? Alright. No, my viewership. Hello, Seeker's noob. Let me guess, you seeking noobs? I don't know. I don't even know what joke I'm making here. But yeah, welcome. Feel free to ask questions about anything. I'm making like just some artworks for like a video I'm currently making. I'm just sketching things out so I have a good idea of like how it looks. And I'm gonna be making a lot of this. I am a noob. Ah, okay, I see. So sorry for my inaccurate assumption. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is the thing I'm making. This is the line that, you know, this scene will have, basically. As words fly past your dumb head, you find that the best way to influence the trial is by putting everyone at gunpoint. Yeah, I just have some Gmod references that I made myself earlier today, to be honest. And I'm just gonna go back here. I'll try not. I'm probably not gonna try not to spoil too much since at the moment this isn't gonna be really spoiling much in the grand scheme of things. I'm just kind of sketching things out so I have a good idea of. I think I already said this. Guys, I have dementia. So, oh yeah, sorry. Did I not leave it? Sorry. Maybe I can try and. Where is it? Ah, here. I can't draw from here. But anyway, yeah, as I said, you can just ask me anything, maybe like anything about shows, movie, games. And I'll see if I can answer them. I guess. Maybe I'm not cultured enough in life. Okay, you please don't look so dumb while in a deadly class trial. It's like I think I have a brain damage. I'm gonna puke. Huh? Oh, here we go. Yum is indeed. Yum. Goodbye, Makuru. Wait, what? Ugh. He disappears. The main character's dead. Anyways. Alright, I'm just gonna go up here, don't mind me. Ugh. I'm just gonna rest right here. Aha, yup. Your bungle. I've stolen your bungle. Now I'm just gonna rest right here. Ah, this is relaxing. I'm not gonna care about those things, I guess. Should I? Yeah, I kind of just. I'm not gonna draw the other characters yet, like Taka and Mikuro. Not sure if I'm gonna put a portrait there for the sake of like throwing people off, or if I'm too lazy. But anyways, because the focus is on because since he'll be the one, the focus of the scene, and he'll be taking out a gun. Does sound like more of a nicer thing, but you know, protagonists, like how in those, this is assuming people here knows what I'm talking about. You're talking about Danganronpa, of course. Like the whole joke is, like in non-stop debate, you shoot through contradictions. And in this video, I'm just gonna take it seriously, to be honest. Like, just like, oh yeah, you should literally shoot people to shoot through their contradictions. Yeah, I have thought about it. I'm just too lazy to make a PNG to, or rather, I'll probably try to, I guess, figure out how to do so. Probably just gonna make it based on my this creature thing you see on my thumbnails, essentially. Which, if you're too lazy to see it, I guess I can open it real quick. I'm sure it will pop up. Yeah, the thing that moved around, but this would be the full design, I guess. Give it a bit, I guess. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, still winning, I guess. Alright. But yeah, I probably will try to get PNG tuber, or ask someone to help me with that, I guess. Anyways, yeah, this is the creature. Not sure if it's gonna pop up yet. Let me double check. Okay, yeah, it does. Alright. This creature thing, I'll probably I'll figure out how to do PNG tubing. Oh yeah, okay. Jaza. I don't know who that is. Okay, oh yeah, he does look familiar. I don't think I've actually watched most of his content, but yeah. Yeah. I'm actually surprised I don't think most people have actually like said that kind of thing. Like. But I do like. I'm gonna be honest. I never like play much of the Kirby games aside from like the one on the SNES Mini thing. Yeah, I have that old thing. I just realized after all this time, I put the reflection on the apple on the wrong side. Oh well, I'm in the shadows. Anyway, doesn't matter now. Yeah, I'm sure this scene will look better when I'm done with it. What's this? Oh yeah, right, that. Gonna just sketch out the background of, I guess. I'm not gonna like put all the checkerboard stuff yet. let's wait for that until I actually sketch everything out. Yes, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, but you know, the mini thing. Though I haven't actually kind of like don't know where I put it last time. Like, you know, like, because you know was actually hoping, you know, to play it again. Not necessarily but okay. It's probably it should be somewhere in the house. Okay, what? That's as far as I'm aware, because I don't see any reason why I would take it outside. In retrospect, I probably should put this in a different color, but we're got it now. We can't name now. It's too late at this point. What? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What? You know, it's the SNES Mini. That's what I'm talking about. It's like the mini console thing that Nintendo sold, you know, which has like 20 games. And I'm just trying to look for it. I don't know where I last put it. It's just like a small mini console thing. I'm trying to find it so I can play it again. Anyways. No, I don't have that old of a console. I do have the PS2, the Wii, the DS Mini, not Mini, Lite, DS Lite. But no, I don't have an SNES. Like straight up. I know it's somewhere in my house. I just can't remember where exactly. What are you eating? I'm gonna steal it. Give me the food. I wanna eat your food. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I ODA. I just wanna eat someone else's food. So show me what you have. Time for laziness. I can't even finish. Burger. Here, kitty, have some cheeseburger. If you don't know what I'm referencing, I can probably just put it up if you want, real quick. You know, see me. I probably shouldn't have gotten another picture of. It doesn't matter. I'm sure I'll figure out the perspective. Damn it, Victor, you're so. Why you get out of the picture? You photobomb me. Anyway, maybe I'll put up the reference real quick. I mean, the thing I was making the reference. Here, kitty. Here, kitty. You can have cheese. You can have cheeseburger. brace button backed, I guess. I'm just gonna pause this real quick. Wait, has it already looped? The
Here,
entire
kitty, you can has cheeseburger. Here, 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 kitty,
Nope.
you can.
Hold on a second. I'm just gonna give me a second to just find the thing for the thing.
Maybe they put the books back when they left the room.
That would be quite difficult to achieve on such a narrow bookcase.
If we've ruled out the vent and doors, then how'd the culprits get in and out of the library? Maybe...
Alright, sorry about that. I have a lot of tabs open. Forgot about that. I have to make a new thing. I just want to show off the stupid joke I made. Stupid thing I'm referencing. Just because. Who cares about the name of it? I'm just gonna delete this after. Oh, it's so big. Oh yeah, subscribe to Lamb of God. He's the guy who's making the Casadero Complex video I talked about earlier. Anyways.
You can has cheeseburger. Here, kitty, you can has cheeseburger.
Alright, I'm just gonna... Wait, what? Okay, I see. That's how it works. But yeah, that's the stupid thing I decided to make a I like just showing stupid stuff that I like. I mean, this entire video is just me, just an excuse for me to just ramble off the prompts I have with this stupid series in the most stupidest way possible. Excuse me. Oh, that's weird. What's next? Okay. Why do I have so many tabs open again? It took me a while to find that. Okay. Okay, that's stupid. Okay, you are really annoying me, Krita. I'm gonna get critical of you. serious, no. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'll just leave it as that. I feel so. Was it? Wait, is that Sigma? I can't. I can never remember these things. Yeah, Sigma. I feel like should I do that too? I'm just gonna waste time at this point, just putting up a bunch of dumb videos. Should I just do that anyways? You know what? Screw it.
Why sigma males are more attractive than alpha males. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel.
Yeah, I decided to just do it anyways. What is it? My humor is based on the dumbest thing I could think about. How did I even make it this far into society? How do people even think I'm normal? Maybe because I'm too good of an actor. Man, you sound itchy. Yeah, I watched the Game Over show by Glitch Productions, the new pilot essentially. I thought it was boring, to be honest. Like I don't know, I just found it so just felt nothing about it until like the end, which is like not hasn't that have anything to do with the show itself, but rather Monty, you know, the creator of Ruby. So I just but because it and I feel bad for not liking it in that instance. But at the same time, can I really say I like it? It's just kind of boring and stuff. The designs just aren't interesting to me. Like the main character just looks like a basic furry. How all the you know that one meme where all like you know it shows that all the male characters have a bunch of different body types essentially, and then the female cast only has like one body type, aside from like that one joke character, which you know, just so happens to be the entire pilot essentially. Like you know, most of the female characters have the same body types, except for the crab girl one. That's the designated ugly girl. I'll see if I can find that one real quick. But yeah, I don't don't like the way the story progresses. Yeah, it's just kind of like it can kind of work if it's the pilot, but the thing about Glitch at the moment, like most of the show's pilots also serves as an episode 1, which is kind of a detriment to it because it kind of has to play both of those roles. Don't get me wrong, they can work, but I think they can work best if it's like if it's already an episodic show essentially. Anyway, yeah, this image, I don't know why it's like this specifically, but yeah, it's like all the male characters have different body types. Like there's like in Game Oververse, there's like the ball character played by Slap, who I think is actually has the best voice in my opinion. Like he sounds like the most natural, like he's like an actual person, which I guess would make sense. And like you get what I mean. Like if you've seen the pilot, you know what I'm talking about. Like what I mean by the female cast especially. The designated ugly girl. I yeah, I've probably seen a few of those, but I'm just mostly critiquing the show itself at the moment. Yeah, I do have my problems with Glitch using like the whole indie term. Like you don't you think they can get away with just no longer using it, but it seems like they're gonna stick with it anyways. Especially with the cinema thing that's going on with Digital Circus, which I kind of don't care about, to be honest. But yeah, the company definitely needs some better management. Seems like from what I've seen from them, especially with again the cinema thing, with how it's kind of like with some of the theater stuff going on, specifically with the what was it? I'm trying to remember what exactly. I still don't know why. Yeah, that's fair, honestly. Yeah, it does seem like odd, but at the same time, he's probably like he does have a few moments, I guess, like his character, but at the same time, one thing that does already perplexes me, like even like despite just in the fact either way, if it's a pilot episode of an introductory episode, they separated the main characters, which I always think it's a detriment for. Like it's not just indie stuff; it's just like I think another show actually does this, like where the show is mainly about two main characters, working together, but for the introductory episode, for the first episode, they decided to separate the main characters. So it's what am I thinking about? What am I going with this? So yeah, it's kind, but yeah, I can't remember bothered. But yeah, with Slap being the voice, I always think he's fine. As I say, I think he has probably the best voice actor in it, which is seems like a hot take, I'm sure, but that's just my opinion, honestly. Oh yeah, and as for yeah, it does seem like a last minute decision to just you know put it into theaters. Yeah, it was originally going to be in America, and then it's worldwide, and a bunch of stuff happening with the seemed like the company's getting sued or something. I can't say for certain myself, but it does seem unprofessional. I guess that means they are indie. And oh yeah, it's Digital Circus concerned about toxic fans. Yeah, even if I was a Digital Circus fan, I probably wouldn't go to the theater just because of how interesting the fan base can be. People will, you know, I think in the Discord server I'm in, I can't find it anymore. I don't know if it's deleted or something, hmm. But basically, you know, they did apparently they were showing a video you know how to for a Digital Circus fan of how to be a respectable member of society. You know what I mean? Fan base. Indeed. I kind of forgot what I don't know what it's called. I think it's another word for it. I'll see if I can find it in the middle while I'm doing this, but kind of like how to be hygienic and such, how to not smell in public. And I can't say for certain if I actually where it is exactly because, as I said, it's kind of happened in one of the conversations on a voice call, and they put it in the text. I think I can't remember what exactly. It's been a while since back when they were back when it was announced, essentially like a few weeks after it was announced, like early April. So yeah, sorry, I'm not really can't really track my brain all the way that way back. I can remember the one time when I was 5, I tipped over my sister just because I wanted to play with toys. I can still remember that to this day, and yet I can't remember a conversation I had just 45 days ago. Our brains can be funny like that. I think I was actually 4. I'd probably those excel when he says the thing, but that's about it. Yeah, kind of seems like the movie for Reddit. Chicken jockey. But it's steel. The nether. I'm probably gonna start with start doing the maybe start with Makoto, making like a actual drawing instead of just like plainly copying. But this is a good idea to just like for me to just figure out the flow of this. Never watched the movie. Yeah, same to be honest. I still haven't seen the movie. I saw like like a 3 times faster bit, no 20 times faster version of it, where it just goes through the movie in 20 times speed. Fair, fair. Uh, what else was it? Oh yeah, and the FNAF movie as well. I I I I, I tried watching the FNAF. Actually, watched the FNAF movie. Like my sister put it on the TV. It was on Netflix, I think. I think it was on Netflix. I watched for like I think it was like the first night or second night, and then I just kind of gave up on it. It was just like boring. Like yeah, so sorry if there's any FNAF movie fans. I just feel bored watching it. I'm assuming there's only like 3 people. The chances of that seems to be pretty low. I unless I get murdered at sometime in the night to be proven wrong. In my FNAF cinema fan, okay, I see. They are making weird comments and loud noises. That sucks. Yeah, that's a pretty good movie. I do recommend it, and yeah, from my experience with Iron Lung, it actually seems people that there seems to be a lot more respectable than from what I hear of the other 2 movies we just talked about. Anyways, I'm should probably gonna start by disabling this for the time being. Oh no, that's right. And just put things at low capacity, so I can start with figuring out how to do my art stuff for it. Try to not make it look like I just you know trace. I mean, it's tracing a 3D model is fine. If you do it yourself, I guess. But I kind of want to do my own thing on top of it as well. You know, it's a reference on top of a reference. So anyway, so yeah, Iron Lung. It's a pretty good movie. I can kind of get the appeal of wanting to release the Digital Circus finale in theaters, but at the same time, it's kind of like a weird thing to do because, like, you release a show that's free on YouTube. I just realized something. Just anyway, so let me go back to what I was saying. What were they saying? Digital Circus. Yeah, it's like they had they released every episodes to be on free on YouTube, and then suddenly they charge it to watch it early. But same time, yeah, I get that. It's not that I think it's bad. I just wanted to make it look more cartoony, like something that would fit the vibe for the So This Is Basically videos. Yeah, of course. I'm just using the trace as a referencing point for myself, so I get an idea of like how I want it to look at the moment before I just go draw over it. And by all means, I'm the one who put together these I wouldn't say renders. I just shot some of it and just picked out the ones that looks the best. I am an artist, guys. Look at this. I made this artwork. But then again, it will get released 2 weeks up after the release. What the hell? I honestly more excited for the Gaslight District. Sure, it has currently has pacing problems. Again, I've alluded to the whole like episode 1 pilot thing kind of thing. Like it can work, just like not fully, but I do like what it has going for it, and I would love to see more of it. Honestly, why I'm just it sounds mean, but that's kind of why I'm hope why I'm why I'm just kind of like waiting for the end of Digital Circus. Jervis generate odds. Oh, okay, here it is. I would never stoop that low. Low, honestly. Can I even? Anyway, yeah, I know that sounds mean, but I just like Digital Circuit. No, not Digital Circuit. My stem Steve. I had a brain fart. Yeah, but I like Gaslight District loads more. Yeah, whatever. I'm sure that's fine enough for now. I'm just gonna schedule draw over it anyways. Anyways, I'm just stuff again. Anyway, I'm gonna just make it a little less sketchy, I guess. I'm just gonna put everything in else in low capacity. Yeah, I should have probably done a different color now that but now it's too late. But anyways, I'm just gonna use my usual brush now, since I always like the slick look of it. Maybe I could show you like what I mean by that in another artwork. Since the other one, I was experimenting with that one for the Eden's Garden one with the whole lineless art thing, which I think I did well for the most part. Where is it? Which one should I use as a? Yeah. This artwork, you can see the line arts here. Why I think why shows you why I use this specific brush in particular. Some gives me the most sleekest lines. Which yeah, oh yeah, I will continue that game, very soon, of course. Because even though I don't think my murder mystery game will be copying too much from Raincode, at least. Give me a second. Be right back. Anyway, but yeah, but even though if it does have like a bit of similarities with the ideas itself because that's how I initially started this that storyline. With being about like it's similar but also not. It's basically with this my ministry thing. It's about a journalist in a city getting hired for a new job as a journalist, like pretty much a newbie kind of thing, new person joining the team, and then having to solve a series of bizarre murders that all seemingly connect in one way or another. And then there's like going to be some kind of like eldritch horror plot lines. There's a lot of I don't want to spoil much about it, aside from like one thing one thing I've already mentioned in the past, like which is basically like an episode inspired by the fact like of a inspired by Scooby Doo, like what if a Scooby Doo mystery ends up getting people killed, essentially. Which that's like a edgy parody kind of thing. But I do have some good ideas to not make it, but it seemed like just me being edgy for the sake of being edgy. Egg boy. I also play 100 lines at some point. That's a really long game. Maybe I'll do so after Ranko. A lot of games I want to play. And of course after I want to make my own. But I'm gonna do it. But yeah, that's like one of the episodes I want to do. It's going to be like a episodic kind of thing. Since I enjoy games like Danganronpa and obviously as you can see, and Ace Attorney. And as I said, even though like I haven't finished okay, I just finished the prologue for it. I have kind of based it on the the teaser trailer all the way back then. Oh, okay, maybe I just didn't position my mic well. Whoops. I was talking about like my murder mystery thing. Did I mention what one of the episodes that I always wanted to do for it? Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, okay, I see what. Okay, yeah, I'll just start from the start. But basically, yeah, rank with my murder mystery does have some similarities, I guess, so far. But at the same time, it's gonna focus on a journalist plotline than a detective one. Since I kind of wanted to do a pun on it. Since I think my game is gonna be called something along the lines of Murder Report or something like that. I'm sure it's which I don't think there's like a game based on called that yet. I mean, there's a movie, I guess, but I can always give my game a subtitle. Like how a lot of games are. Murder Report something or something. Imagine if it's just called that. Murder report, something or something. I'm a great writer, trust me. Please don't kill me. Anyways, yeah, we'll have like a new journalist coming to the workforce. Who will be this character? She was originally gonna be in like a different story altogether, like an animated series. 1 second, let me just find the art. Look, like she was gonna be like in this sounds like a parody title, something or something. But yeah, no, I'll actually give it a real subtitles so I can differentiate it from the movie Murder Report from 2015. Oh, I know, last year. Well, it's a Korean movie actually. Oh wait, it's actually about journalists. How fitting. I I didn't even realize this. But yeah, I'll probably give it a subtitle or something. Name it something somewhat similar to it. I don't think there'll be a problem with copyright. I'll look into it in the future. But for the time being, I'll probably just call him. I used to call it Parasocial Detective. I think it's still a somewhat accurate name. It's funny because like I kind of went back and forth if like the story changed significantly to the point where Parasocial Detective doesn't sound like the best way to call this describe the series. Oh yeah, this is the main character. Hold on, let me just. I'll come back to that real quick before then. Like it became like a little inaccurate to call it that. Project Parasocial Detective, and then now like as of the last few months, the story went full circle back into feeling like Parasocial Detective does describe the game well. So I don't know, maybe call it Murder Report Parasocial Detective. I'll once again maybe Murder Report would be a fitting subtitle. But basically, like, yeah, the idea is like there'll be like a plot about gods and such, and having it relate to the whole game mechanics essentially. And in one of the episodes, which I think I already said this in a lot, so I already mentioned this episode I want to do like this. Yeah, it's an episodic thing, like Ace Attorney and Danganronpa. I don't know if I feel like I'm having dementia. If I know I said it, but I'm not sure if I said it before the mic became funny. So sorry if I'm repeating myself. Just moving it so the screen's not just frozen. I'll just get back to Raincoat since it's more appealing. But what was I thinking? But yeah, the one episode I've always wanted to do is basically like a Scooby-Doo parody where it's like what if we get a Scooby-Doo mystery episode, but the monster actually kills people. Which, admittedly, it does sound like a stupidly edgy thing for me to do. But I do have a good idea of like what I want to do with it. Without sounding stupidly edgy for the sake of it. It'll still be edgy, but just not in the most excuse me, sorry, obnoxious way. Like how I originally envisioned it all the way when I was like, what was I, 16, 17? Thank goodness I was 10 years older at that point. Or I would have said something worse. Anyway, yeah, this is the main character. I don't. uh, ignore that name. It's slightly. I've slightly changed the name. Her name now is mostly going to be called Vevrian. So it's kind of similar, but I changed the first letter. Vevrian Wyman. That'll be her new name. I'm still working on the other series that she was originally going to be in, which is going to be basically this whole like series based on like a bunch of. It's hard to describe at the moment. And I'm not sure if I'm ready to just talk about like the show yet. I'll wait until like I'm more solidified with my story, because I don't want to like just tell you the premise when I'm not certain about the story itself at the moment. It'll be fully animated, because I feel like, and I'm not sure like okay, but yeah, this is but yeah, she kind of transferred from being an animated character series to going to be in my murder mystery game. And I'm not sure which one will come out first. Who knows? Maybe uh, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if my animated series comes out first before my murder mystery. But yeah, she's now going to be a murder mystery character for anyone who already knows about her. Mostly because I think her twin tails would her pigtails would probably be hard to animate. But I'm proud of the design because I kind of want to at least utilize it for for the murder mystery game. But I'm probably gonna redesign her altogether. And I feel like, with my current stories, I don't want to jump to designing the characters quite yet. Oh yeah, sorry, so I didn't notice you there. Yeah, I'm a critter user, indeed. In this stream, I'm just, I'm finding myself distracted when I'm supposed to be making this, which is like a... If you've seen Joel Apocalypse, so this is basically videos. I'm basically making my own version with Danganronpa, which since the creator of So This is basically already went on record saying that he doesn't want to make a video since he doesn't like the games. So I thought, you know what? I will do it. I'll be the honorary person to put myself through making a Danganronpa video. I already have the script mostly done. I'm not sure if I might change something about it. But yeah, it's just like, for the most part, yeah, the script is done. And this is like one of the lines which which is the scene I'm currently drawing will be... Sorry, I had a brain fart again. This is the line that the scene will be played over. And we just read out the line. As words literally fly past your dumb head, you'll find that the best way to influence the trial is by putting everyone at gunpoint. And then, it'll show Makoto, the protagonist here, which is who I'm in the middle of sketching up, or, drawing up, pulling out a gun, a pistol, putting everyone at gunpoint. Because, bullet reputation. Ha ha ha. But anyways, yeah, that's her new name. And she's gonna be the protagonist for the murder mystery. I'm not gonna spell too much with her character, what I want to do with her exactly. But if you've seen Project Eden's Gun, which is a Danganronpa fan game, which unfortunately got cancelled due to some controversy, to say the least, which is should have been expected for Danganronpa fan games. She's kind of based on Eva Sanaka from that game. Should I already spoil something about another episode? Nah, it's. I don't think I can do that without spoiling the entire episode. At least with the Scooby Doo one, at least you know you just get a goofy premise, and you can kind of imagine what direction I could take with that one. I already know what I want to do with what plot twist I want to do with it, but you know, and it's definitely the murder mystery game, which is already a pretty ambitious number to be honest. But oh, reconnection. Okay, OBS once again reconnects. And I'm just gonna put on the music again since I maybe not this one. Maybe I'll just put I calm music on loop. But yeah, I am planning to do like 6 or 7 episodes for that murder mystery game, and you know the Doo parody one will be episode 3. Hopefully I don't fall into third case syndrome, if you know what I mean. I hope Raincoat doesn't do have third case syndrome. If it does, would that be chapter 2 or 3? Because you know, the prologue it seems to be like the actual first case, but you know. Anyway, I should probably get back to actually drawing the thing I was meant to do for the stream. I just got completely derailed. That's my own fault. Anyway, if you want, you can feel free to like ask me anything about practically anything, not literally anything, but you know, just like shows, movie games, or something. Maybe of Danganronpa itself, or something adjacent to it. Or Krita, you know, or my, you know, I can talk about like how I feel about drawing or animating. Anyways. Hello again. Blank face indeed. It took me a while to get back to the actual thing I'm supposed to be doing. Whoops. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll probably try to figure out like the whole PNG tuber thing later in this week. Because it will be pretty... Because I think it would be pretty boring if I just didn't do that. I already have a pretty simple character for me to use, so you know. Mercury with his enemy here. And he's a hoge. You can't have egg boy without he's a hoge. Fried eggs and fried chicken are practically the same when you think about it. They're just at different ages. Am I wrong? I'm saying that with the brightest grin I could give at the moment. So... Any weird topics for me to bring up? Trying to think of something. I might have to finish this on my own time. Whoops. I spent too much time rambling over silly stuff. I'm still gonna keep going for a bit, but just like letting you guys know I'm not gonna stick around for another in like probably finish up in less than an hour or something from now. Huh, I just realized I used the color red instead. You know what, that might actually work better than black. Well, it's not red, but maroon. Hey guys, I'm inverted. Ugh. But yeah, I think I might have to do these things, the rest of the sketches, the drawing in this scene alone. But I'll try to showcase it when I do finish it and make another drawing, do another drawing stream in the near future. Probably like, hopefully before the end of the month, definitely, hopefully. Next one would be the Raincoat one, while I work on this alone, my own time. But at least, the peer pressure of having people watching me gives me a little more motivation to work on this. Even by a little bit. Just trying to make this as I get this right. Like in the actual team we're going with, like not the fake out, right? And they're not gonna be fake outs too, are they? Actually, if they are, just don't spoil me anyways. Just gonna change the track real quick. Okay, I assume you mean like the one introduced in the actual, you know, like after the chapter 0 one. Hmm. I would say either Halara or Vivia. They seem to be the most mysterious looking ones. So yeah, okay, yeah, so yeah, Halara or Vivia, one of those two seem to be the most interesting. If you have to ask me between the two of them, yeah, definitely Vivia. think I might actually finish up in like 5 minutes-ish. I gotta get to sleep soon. Unfortunately, I have a life. Can't you believe that? Ugh. I know it sounds disgusting. How dare I have a life? Anyways, if you want to ask any more questions before I leave, best to ask them now. This is Mercurio's face now. This is what eggheads look like. Blech. Or would this be funnier? Yeah, I'm just gonna save this real quick. I should have probably tried saving it earlier. Alright, I'm gonna be finishing up now. Sorry, feels like I'm leaving it off at a awkward point, but as I said, I kinda need to get some sleep. Unfortunately, it's getting a little late. Yeah, at least in my time zone. So yeah, I'm just gonna... Anyway, I think I'll stick to the line-out style rather than the stages basically Art elements because... maybe I might change it up. I'll figure things out before. But yeah, I think I'm finishing up now. Thank you guys for help make this a little more entertaining. But right now, I gotta get going. Be safe, get hydrated, eat well. Don't combust into a billion bits. And stuff like that. Goodbye.